good, baby. I'm about to show them what a boss really about. What you here for? Strictly business. I'm bossed up. I'm bossed up. I got boss in my IV. Just check my ID, and that's why I be the HNIC. People despise me. My services ain't free. Ain't trying to hear your story, homie. Cop me, no please. In high school, corner, quarterback. Nowadays, corner, quarter sack. Keep that on the low. Rappers turning into racks. Try snitching on they self. DEA ransack.
What's good? What's popping? I had technical difficulties. My whole screen froze. So, what's up? Your boys are back in the building. Back from vacay. Look like Mullage is still on vacay. Got the trees in the back. A little tipsy.
A little tipsy, beautiful, beautiful background, looking like a custom backdrop trees. You know how it is, man.
Yeah. Before we get going, I do want to give some love to Malcolm Jamal Warner, who passed away in Costa Rica. That's actually where I was on vacation. Didn't happen too far from where we were staying at. We heard about it Monday morning, like everyone else did. So sad for him, his family, because he was out there with his family as well. Prayers go up to his family, friends, everybody who was involved with him. Good brother, icon. Just doing a little bit of research just to get to know who he was as a man. Didn't know he directed a couple episodes of The Cosby Show. He directed a New Edition video. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know that we learned about Malcolm Jamal Warner in his passing. I wish we would have known some of this stuff earlier, but he was a very private person. But blessings to his little ones, his wife, and everybody close to him. Is a tragic thing. So we do
definitely that, man, and definitely condolences. Just the whole situation is just sad and unfortunate. But I've actually followed Michael Jamal Warner, his career very, very closely, from not just the Cosby Show, but to Malcolm and Jamal, to his singing career, to where he's writing and producing music and directing and writing scripts for movies and shows, bro. Like, he was so multifaceted for what he did for not only the industry and entertainment, but for Black people as well, opening the doors for many Black actors that we see on the screen today. A lot of young people came through him, up through his teachings, to where, he reached out their hand and helped a lot of people start their careers, man. Black women, black men, young Black children. Like, it's amazing what he accomplished in his lifetime. So, like, the person that he was definitely shouldn't be taken for granted. It's definitely a big loss. Like, the world lost a legend for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we were shook when we heard about it. Like I was telling Mullage, backstage, me and my wife, we were sitting on the balcony of our suite, and I asked, like, why they got the boats out? Because we could see the searchlight, stuff like that. Come to find out the following morning, that's exactly what they was looking for. The resort that he was staying at wasn't too far from where we was. So, it was a very somber and messed up morning, Monday. But like I said, shout out to his family, and we send our love and blessings and everything to them. Let's get on to the football of it all. Now, this is how the show's going to go. Is based around Cam Newton, Ryan Clark, and just media in general. And this is how we started off.
Go from 10.
Number 10, Baker Mayfield. Number 9, Justin Herbert. Number 8, CJ Stroud. Number 7, Jaden Daniels. Number 6, Jared Goff. Number 5, Matthew Stafford. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. Number 1, Josh Allen.
Cam hating on Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. Do not get that twisted. But if we're talking about what they bring to the table, Jalen Hurts does not have to play elite for the Philadelphia Eagles to win. We're not asking you to win the game. We're just just asking you that question. But when you ask that question, are we winning because of you, solely because of you, or is it the resources?
Okay. So that was the controversy. That was Cam's top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL going into this season. A lot of controversy because of Jalen Hurts not being in the top 10. But it's also has some to do with the reasoning for Jalen Hurts not being in the top 10. Opinions are opinions. But your opinion cannot be wrong, right? But I can poke holes in your opinion. And that's what we're going to do today. In his top 10, there was no Jalen Hurts, and a lot of it was, well, what do you bring to the table? Do we win because of you, or do we win in spite of you? And a lot of it had to do with, a lot of things that is out of Jalen Hurts' control. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's get to another soundbite, and then
This is gonna be so fun.
yeah, I'm gonna get to another soundbite. This is Ryan Clark. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna play some of it so we can go.
Response is disrespectful to Jalen Hurts.
We have to stop allowing people to have excuses to disrespect Jalen Hurts. Cam recently said I was playing things safe, so let me cook for a second here, right? So there's different ways to look at it. Historically and presently, Jalen Hurts is the top 10 quarterback, and you're going to look at it different ways. You're going to look at talents above X's and O's, the ability to help your team win, and then to me, it's proximity to the GOAT. Let's take Cam Newton, right? What made Cam Newton great? He could be powerful in short yardage and goal line. He could extend plays with his legs. He was this big physical presence. So is Jalen Hurts, right? Cam Newton went to the playoffs 4 times. Jalen Hurts been to the playoffs 4 times already. Cam Newton went to 3 Pro Bowls. Jalen Hurts already been to 2. Cam Newton was an MVP, and he got to the Super Bowl, and he forgot to bring his cape. When Jalen Hurts is going to the Super Bowl, he's brought his cape, and he's also brought the Avengers with him, who are not even in DC. They in Marvel, right? And so now let's think about this. Okay, let's go to winning. Eli Manning is going to be a Hall of Famer. Why is Eli Manning going to be a Hall of Famer?
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. The problem, if you look at the title, the problem is this. We are in media. We are in sports media. This is what we do. The problem is the conversation goes from me to you. It gets personal. We stopped talking about Jalen Hurts. We started talking about Cam versus Ryan Clark, Cam versus Gilly, Cam versus this. The entire conversation got lost. And Cam was right in the sense of, everybody started to attack the messenger and not the message. This is where we come in. See, because I ain't got dog in the fight. Everybody know I don't really fuck with Ryan Clark like that. I love Cam. But my allegiances switch on this one. Because what Cam did was fucked up. It was wrong. And I'm gonna call Cam out on it. Because if you're going to say that the Eagles Jalen Hurts doesn't have to play elite for the Eagles to win, okay, cool, whatever. But then you talk about, well, he's got Saquon Barkley, he's got A.J. Brown, he's got Devontae Smith, he's got the offensive line, he's got the defense, he's got all that. But you also had Jared Goff in your top 10. Doesn't he have Amon-Ra Brown? Don't he have Jamison Williams? Doesn't he have Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery? They call David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs the best 1-2 running back combo in the league. What about Sam Laporta? What about that defense? What about Deion Branch? I've got the safety's name. What about Brian Branch? What about all that stuff that he got on the Lions? You didn't tax
Pro Bowl left tackle, Penei Sewell.
Exactly. You didn't tax Jared Goff for any of that. You didn't. Did you tax Lamar Jackson for playing with Derrick Henry and having the offensive line that he got and that defense. We didn't do that. But for some reason, Jalen Hurts gets taxed. And the thing that bothers me, I don't care. Numbers don't make you a top 10 quarterback neither. Wins do.
I think not just wins, results.
Your results matter because they play in different offenses. So why would you have Joe Burrow in your top 5 when Joe Burrow hasn't made the playoffs in 2 years? Makes no sense. Why aren't you taxing him? Isn't he playing with Jamar Chase?
Do you know what this is?
Mhm.
This is the Tom Brady effect, and a lot of people won't understand what I'm talking about. But let me explain. For a lot of the time, or for a lot of the years in New England, Tom Brady notoriously took pay cuts so that they can surround their team with talent. Right now, nobody ever questioned Tom's talent, though, right? Top defense, top 10 defense, right? Top 10 rushing attack. There were some years where, not even some years, most years he had a top 10 passing attack because he had Grunt or he had Randy Moss, et cetera, or he was turning some random ass walking off the street into a superstar, right? Nobody ever holds it against Brady. But the flip side is when Brady loses all of that help, right? He loses Grunt. People on the defense start leaving. People on the running back start retiring. Now, because he doesn't have anybody to pass to, Brady looks pedestrian. Oh, he fell off the cliff. Oh, Brady can't do it anymore. He goes to another team where he's surrounded by all-star players and he wins a Super Bowl. The fact that the point that I'm trying to make is the Brady effect is simple. It's judge you when you have help, but judge you harsher when you do, or judge you harsher when you don't.
But what was crazy to me is football is a team sport, is it not?
It is.
Like when a quarterback don't have a defense, what's the first thing everybody bitches about?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got a defense. When Mahomes didn't have an offensive line, was getting fucked up, what was they saying? He ain't got an offensive line.
No
When the receivers are dropping passes, what do they say? Oh, receivers got to play better. Like, why are we taxing Jalen Hurts for his team being what all of y'all want? Now, it's one thing if he didn't succeed with the team that he had.
Exactly.
That's one thing. I would totally understand that. But the notion that people say, well, if you put Lamar Jackson on the Philadelphia Eagles, they go 15-2-2. Well, that means Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts are the same quarterback. That means they're just as good, right?
You're comparing them.
Now,
you call them the same player.
Yeah, but then what happens? So if you took Lamar and you put him in Philadelphia with all of those weapons, are you going to tax Lamar for playing with all those weapons?
You will have to because, like I said, Tom Brady effect. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah. So it's like you can't win in this situation because if he doesn't have talent and he loses, he's not a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But if he has a bunch of talent and he wins, he's not a good quarterback. It doesn't make sense to me. But Joe Burrow is top 3 and did nothing with what he had. He hasn't been to the playoffs in 2 years.
And I understand or I see what Cam is trying to do with the whole game manager, game changing thing. But me and Mel already dispelled that myth is that every single quarterback is a game manager. So it doesn't really matter. And every quarterback has the ability to change the game. But at the end of the day, their first job is to manage.
Not you. I know it wasn't personal against. No, but I'm gonna say, but it's about the media. I'm gonna get to the reason.
Yeah, we gonna get to that. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. We gonna get to it. We gonna get there. You feel me? But me and Mel already dispelled that rumor. Okay, we already dispelled that myth. We already broke it down and already proved that every single quarterback has to start off being a game manager, and then they develop the ability to change the game. But at the end of the day, they're still a game manager because you still have to follow the game plan. You still have to follow the run still have to follow the pass protocols. You can't just go out there and wing it and do your own damn thing. And I understand that Cam brought up the great example of, oh well, I asked my team and I made the executive decision and yada yada yada. At the end of the day, there's still things that the players don't control and that the coaches control. So you still have to follow it within the game plan, which is still managing the game. So if you're gonna fault somebody for being a game manager, you have to fault everybody for being a game manager. Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert, shit, everybody in the top 10, right? And shit, Lamar Jackson, freaking Josh Allen. And Josh Allen was the more ultimate game manager this year. They literally
So
made him start running the ball more again, like the beginning of his career, so he would cut back on interception numbers. That's the
okay.
ultimate game manager move.
So if the thing, see, this is where it gets dicey. How is Jalen Hurts not the bus driver? Because Saquon Barkley had 2,000 yards rushing? That makes no sense. That's stupid. That doesn't. He's still the quarterback. Like, you do realize he can still mess it up if he doesn't play the way that he plays.
And
like,
it's not like you can put Kenny Pickett back there.
Yeah, because if the notion that you can put anybody in Philadelphia and they will do what Jalen Hurts did is laughable. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You have to take into account his ability that pairs with Saquon's ability. That's what people don't like to admit when it comes to these quarterbacks and them accurately ranking them. Yeah, sure, he's surrounded by superstar talent, but his talent also adds to that superstar talent. There are quarterbacks who cannot do what he does. That's the reason why it works.
I mean, even Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry benefited from Lamar Jackson being the quarterback.
Yeah.
Because when they run a zone read, there's a part of the defense that has to worry if Lamar is going to give him the ball or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Lamar keeps it, that's a whole nother threat.
Yeah. And guess what? It's the same thing for the Eagles, guys. Y'all wonder how Saquon got 2K? Jalen Hurts is just as dangerous as Lamar. Yes, he's not as fast. Yes, he's not as athletic, but he's strong as shit and is hard as fuck to bring down. The man squats over 600 pounds. So he's definitely a threat in the run. If you think that you can give it to one guy who squats over 400 pounds and another guy who squats over 600 pounds, which is over literally 1,100 pounds combined, yeah, that they're definitely a threat. It's the same thing, just a different flavor.
Right. What he does, the Eagles are not asking him to throw for 4,000 yards. They're not asking him to do that because they can win without him doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Because throwing for 4,000 yards, what did that get the Cincinnati Bengals? Nothing.
I just want everybody to know when your quarterback has to throw for over 4,000 yards or really 3,500 yards, because that really should be the season average, honestly. And it means your running game sucks.
Yeah.
It means your O-line is not very good.
Or because Chase Brown had a decent year rushing the ball. But the problem is everybody's situation is different. That's why there's 32 teams. Everybody doesn't run the same style of offense. Every quarterback.
The reason why I say
isn't the same.
And the reason why I say that is because a lot of offensive coordinators used to tell me that if your quarterback has a lot of passing yards and your running back doesn't have a lot of running yards, obviously, then basically stating the problem is on the O-line. The O-line is not trusted in the run game and they're not trusted in the pass game, which is why you have a lot of passing yards, because you're passing more, obviously, and you have to get the ball out of your hands quicker because your O-line is not strong, which equals to a lot of quick game, which equals to more yards.
Or you down a lot.
Which equals to you not being able to run the ball because your O-line is not good, and you have to always do quick game. You can't get down the field because your O-line isn't good.
Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of some of the drama that was going on with these two here. Let's see. Is it this one? Yeah.
Cam hating on Jalen Hurts.
It's hard for me to grade Jalen Hurts with the talent that he has around him. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, but if we're talking about what they bring to the table holistically, it's hard to judge what Jalen Hurts can do when you're throwing to a guy like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. When you have tight end skill set, you have a dominant defense, the best running back in the game. Download Madden and see how many stars is on the offensive side of Philly. Like you got King Henry, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, and Isaiah Likely, those guys, that's cool. But when you're comparing, Lamar Jackson still shows you why he's an elite player. Josh Allen has to play elite in order for them to play. Lamar Jackson has to play at a high level for the Baltimore Ravens, even though that they have a dominant defense. Patrick Mahomes, he got a lot of talent. But boy, oh boy, you can't put no John Doe in Patrick Mahomes and think that they still gonna win the way they win it. I understand that. Jalen Hurts does not have to play elite for the Philadelphia Eagles to win. He has to play good, but he doesn't have to play elite. We're not asking you to win the game. We're just asking you not to lose it. When you ask that question, are we winning because of you, solely because of you, or is it the resources around you? So game changer, game manager, those are the things that you have to ask yourself. And those are the metrics that I'm going off of. It's like, bro, even when the tush push, you got 5 people pushing you, bro. You got a solid group around you, dog. And the man who Jalen Hurts is, bro, I respect him. I take my hat off to him. But just because he's a great guy, that don't mean I can't critique his game.
Okay. Problem with all of this, like if the tush push was a superpower that, anybody can do, then why doesn't anybody else do it as good as the Philadelphia Eagles?
Bills didn't work. Bills tried it. They didn't work at it, or it didn't work in the playoffs too.
Didn't work. It didn't. No one does it the way the Philadelphia Eagles do.
Like I said, everybody got a quarterback that can squat 600 pounds.
Yeah. Then talking about having the weapons and do we win because of you, or do we? Then why is Joe Burrow in the conversation? Because the Bengals aren't winning.
Quick question. When
Why is he there?
When Peyton Manning had Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne, was he top 5?
His opinion can be right, but I can poke holes in the logic.
We definitely can.
That's the difference. Because he's not holding the standard across the board. It's not what he's doing. Because if that was the case, then where's Geno Smith? Where's Geno?
See, I always have a question. I always have a question for people who do that, right? Because they say it's unfair to grade, or they can't grade Jalen because of the talent that's around him. But I always ask this question. When Peyton Manning had Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne, was he top 5?
Yeah, and Edgerrin James and Marshall Faulk. I mean, Kurt Warner, didn't he have? They call it the greatest show on turf.
Greatest show on turf. Marshall Faulk, Isaac Holt, or Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt.
Yeah.
Top 5.
So that means the Tom Brady and Randy Moss season shouldn't count.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't count, right? Because you got the greatest quarterback and arguably the greatest wide receiver of all time thrown to each other.
Literally.
So then we shouldn't count that. So we shouldn't count that then.
The year where Drew Brees threw for 5K, we shouldn't count that either, right?
Mm-hmm. We shouldn't. I mean, why? So at this point, if we're playing a team game, so it's fine for Cam. So you'd be fine if if Joe Burrow wasn't in the top 10 and Herbert? I don't understand what that means. No, my point with Cam's list is, yes, Joe, if you're going to say that, then if Jalen Hurts isn't a top 10 quarterback, a dude who went to 2 Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl, has a Super Bowl MVP, if he's not a top 10 quarterback, then the dude who's only made the playoffs twice, Jalen Hurts has been to the Super Bowl as many times as Joe Burrow's been in the playoffs.
That's facts.
There's no way Joe Burrow belongs in this conversation about top 10 quarterbacks when he's only been in the playoffs twice.
Justin Herbert, same thing.
Same thing with Justin Herbert. It's weird. It does because he's not holding that standard all the way across.
And that's the problem. He's being unfairly judged.
Historic numbers still doesn't mean if that was the case, then that's cool. So then why in his top 10, if that's the case, let's do this right now. If that's the case,
yeah, because if that's the case, then
if that's
whenever somebody who puts up historic numbers, then they should automatically be in top 10.
So Sam Darnold should be in the top 10 based on what he did last year.
Sam Darnold should be in the top 10 based on what he did last year. That's what people are telling me. Geno Smith a few years ago was in the top 10 when he was talking about they wrote me off, I did right back.
Geno Smith last year threw for 4,300 yards, 21 touchdowns. Like, if that's the case, then Geno needs to be in that conversation as well. If we're not talking about wins and losses, if we're just going to talk about numbers and who threw for the most yards and all that, then put the dudes who put up all the yards.
And here's the biggest factor, right? A lot of people are acting like Jalen Hurts can't do that. If you go look at his stats, he's perfectly able and capable in doing that. They just don't ask him to. It's quite literally that simple, especially when y'all sit up here and praise Josh Allen for the same fucking shit, doing the very thing that the coaches and the system ask him to. They literally took the ball out of his hands, We've
been said that Trevor Lawrence is not. When have we talked about Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, we said that Trevor Lawrence has to earn his name back.
Yeah, we have not said nothing about Trevor Lawrence.
He's officially William.
We are not. How can I make excuses for a dude who won a Super Bowl?
And he's not top 10.
And saying he's not top 10.
And that's the thing. Like don't nobody have T-Law top 10.
When he's got I don't even have Trevor Lawrence in on top. Like, having quarterbacks in your top 10 who didn't even make the playoffs is nasty work. And didn't make the playoffs in consecutive seasons is nasty work.
Or having quarterbacks in your top 10 or even top 5 that have yet to be out of the first round. That is criminal, bro. We have to stop doing this. Like,
come on, dog. Like, we can't just say numbers mean everything. Numbers can't mean everything. That's a falsity, isn't it? It's not real because you don't do that for everybody. You just do it for people that you like. That's it. They've come up with every excuse to exclude Jalen Hurts from being what he is. He wins football games. The game is the offense and it's a defense. It's 11 on 11. There's no one quarterback that has went out there and won a game by himself. Not a single one. I don't care how good Tom Brady is. Julian Edelman still had to catch passes. Gronk had to make catches. Running backs had to do what they do. The defense had to get stops. Every single person has to do their fucking job. Why is he getting taxed for having a team around him? And all the bitching and moaning about Joe Burrow was the defense was ass. Hey, it is what it is. When all you Aaron Rodgers fans, what do y'all bitch about? The defense.
Defense, special teams.
He didn't have any weapons. He didn't have no weapons. He didn't have an OC. He didn't have this. So the dude who gets all of those things, all of the things that everybody bitches about, he gets it and he takes full advantage of it by winning a Super Bowl. And y'all mad. Makes no fucking sense to me. It's weird. It's dumb. I wish I had receivers. I wish I had a running back that could run for 2,000 yards. I wish I had a good offensive line. So he gets it, and y'all mad? You want to tax him for getting the things that everybody wishes that they had? It's dumb, stupid, makes no fucking sense. And we have to stop doing that because if Patrick Mahomes had it, y'all would be praising Patrick Mahomes. If Lamar had it, y'all would be praising Lamar. When Lamar was playing good and then the defense let his ass down, what did y'all say? Oh, the defense played like shit. It's a team game. If he had the best complete team and he did exactly what you're supposed to do, that is win games, take it into the playoffs, win the playoffs, and then take it to the championship and win in the championship. If he did that, then he did what he was called to do as the starting quarterback of that team. Doesn't matter how he does it. I don't care if he threw for 112 yards or he threw for 4,000 yards in the game. The goal at the end of the day is to win. Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl throwing for 126 yards. Didn't nobody say he got carried in the Super Bowl by the defense? Not one person. Jalen Hurts went out 2 years ago and outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. And he still lost because the defense didn't show up. This whole thing has to work as one. It's a cohesive unit. It all must work together. And when it all works together, 9 times out of 10, you get a Super Bowl out of it.
I was gonna say you win the fucking Super Bowl. The thing about it is, right? I never understand this because when Peyton won his second, everybody still deemed him as a top 10 quarterback when literally because the year before he threw 50 touchdowns, right? That year they won the Super Bowl, he was not very good. Everybody knew that the defense carried them to the Super Bowl. Yet he still was deemed a top 10 quarterback. Still had 2 top 10 receivers, had a top 10 defense. Nobody held it against Peyton Manning, who was still deemed a top 10 quarterback. Why is it that they're holding it against Garrett? That's the thing I don't understand is we never do this with anybody else, right? Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Mike Evans has been literally the most consistent receiver since he came into the damn league. Top 10 receiver. We don't hold that against Baker, right? Joe Burrow, he's had 2 top 10, top 15, top 12 receivers since he came into the league. Don't hold that against Joe Burrow. Oh, his defense is ass. His defense is ass. He still has 2 of the best receivers in the league. We don't hold that against Joe Burrow. Like, I'm trying to figure out why. And it's crazy because a lot of people don't even bring up the fact that not only does Josh Allen have a slew full of weapons, but how many innovative offensive coordinators does he need to unlock his ability before we start calling out who Josh Allen really is? Like, at some point in time, y'all got to start holding people accountable and you got to start keeping the same fucking energy for everybody, bro. Because we want to sit up here and hold Jalen Hurts like, oh, well, he has a good team around him. Bro, Josh Allen has benefited from an offensive guru since his fucking 3rd, 4th, 5th year in the league. And ever since then, he's been getting MVP nods and just won MVP this year because of yet another offensive guru unlocking Josh Allen. How many times does he have to be unlocked? What else does he need to be unlocked? Bro has been in the year for 6, 7 years now. He should have been already doing this without having to get yet another innovative offensive coordinator. Why is it that he keeps shuffling through offensive coordinators? Like, if we're going to sit up here and do that, or if we're going to nitpick, then we have to nitpick everybody. You can't sit up here and nitpick one person.
I'm about to get real nitpicky in a second because this is just at the end of the day. There hasn't been a single quarterback to go out and win a game by himself. Not at all. Not a single.
Everybody talk about Saquon, but Saquon doesn't hand the ball to himself. And before y'all want to get in here and start this bullshit, we've seen what happens when they put Kenny Pickett back there. It's not the same thing remotely. So
it's
don't
not
start
good.
that.
It's trash, dog. It's trash. What do everybody keep saying? Oh, get Lamar #1 wide receiver. He needs a #1 wide receiver. So if he gets a #1 wide receiver and then they win the Super Bowl, was it because of Lamar or was it because of the #1 wide receiver?
That's what I want to know. If Lamar gets let's say this, right? We both have on record saying that D-Hop is 2 years too late, but they get D-Hop, Rashawn Bateman goes on to have a solid year. D-Hop relives his fucking youth, and they go on to win the Super Bowl. Are we now holding that against Lamar because he has Derrick Henry, D-Hop, Rashawn Bateman, Zay Flowers, the
Mark Andrews, as they like him.
Isaiah Likely, that or the fire ass defense, like freaking with they just added Jair Alexander, they still got Kyle Hamilton. Like, are we gonna now hold it against Lamar?
Yeah,
Because
like
we have to keep the same energy.
you have to. So any team, so basically, the only way you can get credit for winning is if you do it with a shitty team.
That's what it seems like.
That's stupid.
But
Absolutely dumb.
and that's the dumb part about it, because on a realistic note, how many times has that happened? Like, a lot of people don't want to be real. How many times has it happened to where somebody's actually won with a shitty fucking team? Like, a lot of niggas want to sit up here and act like people really take shitty teams to the Super Bowl every single year and win.
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that. As I said, we don't practice this. We don't. We really don't. This is just, I just came back from vacay, but we still locked in. Taking shitty teams to the Super Bowl. I am going to dissect Cam Newton's 2015 season. Because Cam he said, bring out petty Cam. Cam don't know how petty Melvin can get. I'm very petty. But I'm going to make Cam eat everything that he said. Because now this is what happened. When I say what happens is you have media personalities fighting each other. You have athletes who are hyper competitive when they play. And then they move them into the media space, and they can't lose that competitiveness. So they use it in different ways. Okay. So it's, oh, well, he didn't make a Pro Bowl, and he didn't do this, and he didn't do that. So now you're fighting against one another. And it's nasty, because what happened was, back in the day, everybody was mad that the reporters was making all of the comments about the players and say, oh, well, he never played football before. He never played basketball. He never played baseball. So how does he know what a locker room is? How do you know what a player goes through? And this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. So nowadays we have a plethora of former NBA players, former NFL players. They're all in the spaces that used to be occupied by journalists. And what they're doing is they're now throwing personal shots because they played against each other, or they're using their competitive fire in the wrong ways. And this is what Cam did. And him and Ryan Clark are both guilty of this. They're both wrong. But let's go.
Miss me with the hate. That's so easy to say. Terrell, Ryan, Gilbert. Did you know his album was Philadelphia?
I didn't even know how many albums did he drop?
4 studio albums.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I couldn't look up the units that were sold, but that's one of the main reasons why he's in podcasting now.
Chill.
One of his albums, ironically enough, was called $1 Million Worth of Game.
Oh, for real?
Hello, I'm sorry, Gilly, but I'm educating people on your career.
Philadelphia.
I mean, come on, dog. Like, stop playing with me.
See, this is the nasty part of the media. This is where it gets nasty, because what happens is you start taking personal shots, and then what happens is it allows other people to now start to dissect you. And this is where it gets nasty. It gets very, very nasty when this starts to happen. Because, Cam, everybody loves to bring up the fact that you dragged the Carolina Panthers to the Super Bowl in 2015. Okay? And this is not me being a hater by any. Cam, you already told, we love Cam. You solid with me. But what we do is here, we keep it, how he said, we keep it funky. So we got to keep it
100%, man.
We got to keep it a bean every single time. So Cam, in 2015, the Panthers went 15-1. 16 games. Now, let's go to the combined records of the teams. Let's see how many winning teams you played on the road to these 15 wins. First week, Jacksonville Jaguars. Know what their, hold on, let me get this over, do this right. Know what the Jacksonville Jaguars record was in 2015?
Not good.
5-11.
Trash.
5-11. The Houston Texans. Know what their record was?
Trash.
9-7. Winning. That's a winning team. 9-7.
That's a winning team.
Not great.
I think that's the Deshaun Watson team, right? Oh no, that's probably before Deshaun Watson.
Not Deshaun. That's before Deshaun.
Yeah, that's probably before Deshaun. I think that's a Matt Schaub team.
Mm-hmm. The New Orleans Saints. You know what their record was? 7-9.
7-9.
7-9.
Division rival.
Division rival. How about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that year?
Oh, they were ass. I know they were ass that year.
6-10. 6-10. The Seattle Seahawks. 10-6.
Not bad.
10-6.
Not bad. That's not bad.
The Philadelphia Eagles in 2015. 7-9. The Indianapolis Colts. 8-8.
Even 500.
Mm-hmm. The Green Bay Packers. 10-6. Aaron Rodgers.
Solid.
Where was I at? The Packers. The Tennessee Titans. Dumpster Juice. 3-13.
Big trash.
Big trash. Titans. My Washington Redskins. They were not the Commanders at the time.
They were still the Redskins.
9-7.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. Mullis dropped out and got his GED. Hold on. Let me see where he's going to pop up at. Okay. The Dallas Cowboys. What do you think their record was?
We know they suck.
4-12.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
4-12 for Dallas Cowboys. We did the New Orleans Saints already. You knew what their record was. The Atlanta Falcons. Even 8-8.
Even 500. That's not bad.
Even 500. The New York Football Giants. 6-10.
Trash.
Big trash. What I stop with? That was the Giants.
Yep.
I did the Falcons already.
Mm-hmm.
I did Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks I did. The Arizona Cardinals, the team that I think they lost to the Arizona Cardinals. No, they beat the Cardinals. That's the best team on their record. They was 13-3. Oh, my bad. Oh, no. That was the playoffs. I'll stop that. I'll stop it right there. Because this is 2 layers. So you want that season, they only played 5 teams with a winning record. 5 teams. Out of 16 games, 5 had a winning record. So if we're going to call bullshit, let's call bullshit. Oh, but it gets even better because Melvin gets even pettier than that. let's get to the playoff game because I played the Seattle Seahawks in the second round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And because he talks about, the numbers a lot, right? What you did, how'd you win the game manager, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cam only threw for 161 yards and a touchdown in that game. They relied heavily on a running game. Jonathan Stewart had a $106 and 2 touchdowns. But you know what was really the kicker in this game? The fucking defense. They sacked Russell Wilson 5 times, forced 2 interceptions.
Beautiful.
Went crazy. They won despite everything Cam Newton did. That's what happened. Because he likes to talk about, what Jalen Hurts doesn't do, but you basically won a playoff game when you didn't do shit. Let's talk about not doing shit. Let's get to the Arizona Cardinal game because everybody's gonna look at the score and be like, "What? The Panthers won 49-15."
Yeah, not the way you think.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what happened in that game. The defense, that Carolina defense went fucking stupid to the tune of 3 sacks of Carson Palmer and 4 interceptions. And I'm going to tell you how the Carolina Panthers defense did, or what they did to the Cardinals offense. These are their possessions throughout the entire game. Start with the first drive. Punt, 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 fumble, touchdown, fumble, interception, punt, touchdown, interception, 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 end the game.
Just like that.
That's what the defense did. They forced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turnovers. 6 turnovers, bro. You couldn't fuck that game up if you wanted to.
I'll tell you, if you did.
But as we can tell, the defense is what carried you to the Super Bowl. You know what happened in the Super Bowl? Defense ain't show up. You know what happened in the Super Bowl? Go ahead.
Well, the Panthers defense didn't show up.
That's what I mean.
The Broncos defense for surely showed up. And I love that you bring that up because everybody loves to talk about and loves to give credit. Just like, it's like we're doing with Jalen Hurts, right? Everybody loves to nitpick. Well, if we're nitpicking and everybody's talking about how bad Cam played in that game, guess what? Peyton had relatively the same fucking stats. Threw an interception, had 2 fumbles. He just didn't lose 2 fumbles like Cam. He did lose one of them. The running back was able to recover the other one. But if you look at the stats and watch the game, they were relatively the same pedestrian. It was really a defensive game. One defense showed up, the other one didn't. When one defense made more plays than the other defense, the one quarterback got more credit than the other quarterback. What did that sound like? Sounds like a Jalen Hurts situation all over again, doesn't it?
Yeah. And like I said, if we're going to be petty and we're going to nitpick, let's be petty and nitpick. Cam, there was always mumbles about your play. It was always that. And one of the biggest things about your game that everybody kind of didn't like too much, which is a very important thing for a quarterback, that is completion percentage. You only threw for over 60% 4 times in your career. 60%, 57, 61, 58, 59, 52, 59, 67, 56, 65, and 54% as a quarterback. Unfortunately, dog, if you was playing today, you'd be Anthony Richardson.
That would not cut it, big dog, at all.
It's not going to cut it, Dick. Because completing 58% of your passes is dog shit.
Yeah, that's
it's
not
dog shit. But everybody's going to then say, well, he didn't have a number one receiver. He didn't have this. And this is what we talk about.
I was gonna say, but wait a minute, isn't it supposed to be a quarterback's job to take a weak team to the playoffs or to the promised land? Why does he need another one? Why does he need a number one receiver or a number one tight end or a number one running back or a number one defense or a great O line if everybody's just going to hold him against it anyway? He's supposed to just be that good and take this team to the promised land, right?
Exactly.
Oh, I just forgot that you're not supposed to actually be able to do that. You're actually supposed to have a really solid supporting cast around you, and that's how you actually win Super
Right.
Bowl.
So with all of that being said, Cam, the run that you had with 2015, if we're gonna pull out, the microscope and dissect it and do what we do, that 2015 season wasn't as impressive as everybody tries to make it out to be.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but you can't argue it was a fluke.
I can make an argument for it. If you only played 5 teams with winning records, I could definitely make that. And then
next year, you didn't have a winning record because you get hurt. The next season after that, you obviously have a winning record. But then the next 3 seasons after that, you don't have a winning record. So, I mean.
Oh, no, Cam played. They went 6-8 with Cam at quarterback.
Yeah, they did. They for surely did. They for surely did. Yeah, no, I don't forget that. I remember that.
So, I mean, and if we're keeping it a bean, Cam, you only had 1, 2, 3 winning seasons as a quarterback.
The 3 seasons you went to the Pro Bowl. Got it.
3 seasons. No, not even. His rookie season, they were 6-10. He went to the Pro Bowl. The 2013 season, he went to the Pro Bowl. The 27 season, they went 11-5. He didn't go to the Pro Bowl. So 3 winning seasons as a quarterback. You might want to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Not talking and judging.
But this is what happens. This is what happens when you jump out the window and you start talking crazy. This is what happens. People go back and they look at what you actually did, and you did nothing.
Well, it's not that you did nothing. It's just what you did wasn't very good, or wasn't as good as you or everybody thought.
If Jalen Hurts did what he did, and you call him a game manager, and you call yourself a game changer, and you did what you did, my nigga, you smoking drugs. There's something wrong. What games did you change, dog? 3. You played 11 seasons. You had 3 winning seasons. What games did you change? And I love Cam.
We rock with Cam over here.
Rock with Cam.
But like we said, if we're gonna be petty and nitpick, then we gonna nitpick. Let's go ahead and nitpick, bro. We can like I always say, don't nitpick other players' careers, because when they start doing it to you, it's not a very fun game.
Yeah,
and yes, I understand that what Cam is doing to Ryan may seem unfair, but like I said, Ryan started to do it to Cam, so Cam's obviously doing it back. But as niggas or as people in the sports media world, guess what? We're able to do it to Cam.
Yeah, because this is not, it didn't have to become personal. It didn't. It really didn't. It could have been completely avoided. And this is what happened to Asante Samuel. When players get to talking, everybody feels that their careers are better than what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And we love Cam. I am a Cam. I will tell you, Cam, if I am picking my team and I need a quarterback, Cam is on the very short list of dudes that I'm picking.
Period.
On the very short list. I'm talking top 5.
Period.
But your career and what you did not reflect your talent. And the problem with, and the reason why that is, Cam, is because you didn't have the offensive line. You didn't have the number one wide receiver. That's why. So don't get mad that Jalen Hurts had those things and succeeded. Do you know what this really is? Losers hate winners. They hate it. Losers will always find a reason to put a winner in their space. Oh, well, he's got the best running back in the league. He's got the best wide receiver. He's got the best O-line. That's why he won. No, there's been the Dallas Cowboys have had the best talent in the league for how long? And ain't won shit.
Damn thing.
Every year they say, "Oh, the Cowboys got the best talent in the league. Look at the defense. Look at the offense." Da, 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 da. They don't even make the playoffs. Why? Because the guy that they got playing quarterback isn't him.
Doesn't make the right plays in the right time. Who makes the right plays at the right time? Jalen Hurts. That's the reason why they won the quarterback. Why they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Tua Tagovailoa got all the talent around him. What happened? I'm trying to figure this out.
So basically, what you're saying is situation matters.
Yeah, it does. 100%.
Because, damn, everybody says, and everybody's completely right, bro. Like Mel said, you're on a very short list of players who I would start my franchise with, right?
Yeah.
And everybody acknowledges that if you were on that Eagles team probably caps off at least 4 to 5 Super Bowls, maybe even 3, right? We understand and we acknowledge that, which tells you situation matters.
You know how situation matters? Sam Darnold was trash for 7 to 8 years. He gets to the Vikings and is basically an all-pro quarterback.
And you can't fault a quarterback or a player for their GM being good at their fucking job. That's what Howie was hired for.
That's what he's supposed to do.
And draft Devontae Smith, to go out and sign an AJ Brown, to go out and get a CJ Gardner Johnson, to go out and get a Darius Slay, to go out and maintain and sign that offensive line, to go out and draft a Jalen Carter, which, newsflash, everybody had an opportunity to draft. Y'all didn't draft. To go out and draft Nakobe Dean. Everybody had the opportunity to draft. Y'all didn't draft. To go out and draft Nolan Smith. Everybody had the opportunity to draft. Y'all did not draft. To go out and draft Cooper DeJean. Everybody had the opportunity to draft. Y'all did not draft. Do y'all see what I'm saying here? You can't blame Jalen Hurts for his GM doing his fucking job. That's like his job.
They traded to get Derrick Henry in Baltimore, did they not? Because they needed a running game, right? Wait,
I'll do you one better. Did or did not Joe Burrow ask the Bengals to draft Jamar Chase or not? I could have sworn he literally told them to draft his college teammate.
You did. When Josh Allen took off to become the Josh Allen that y'all love so much, didn't they make the trade to get Stephon Diggs? Didn't they draft James Cook? How about Dawson Knox?
Didn't he personally vouch for Amari Cooper come to the team?
Yeah. Didn't they make the trade to get Von Miller? Didn't they draft Ed Oliver?
So why is it only a problem with Jalen Hurts? And he's not even asking for these players, but his GM is doing his job. But y'all fault him for that. But y'all don't fault the other top 10 quarterbacks for literally going out there
doing the same shit,
asking, or not even doing the same shit, doing worse. They're literally asking and are persuading players or agents or their team to sign or pursue these players. Jalen Hurts is literally just sitting back, fucking working out, nigga, being Jalen Hurts, and his illustrious goddamn GM is doing a beautiful job. It's like, hey, you know what? While everybody's sitting on their ass, sitting on their hands, all you other dumbass GMs are sitting on your hands, waiting for shit to happen. Hey,
So
you want to be Eagle?
so
I got
when
money for you.
So when Lamar put out the tweet to Jair, let's do it again.
You want to be Raven? We got money for you. That's basically what he's doing. That's doing the same thing. But Lamar's doing the same. Lamar's doing the same thing that Howie's doing. Jalen is just sitting idly by, like, yeah, bro. If y'all want to come, bet. If y'all don't want to come, it don't really fucking matter. He's not even reaching out to these players.
Because they got Kyle Hamilton, Jair, Marlon Humphrey, Patrick Queen,
Nate Wiggins.
Like all of these. This is the defense that the Baltimore Ravens have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
and these are quarterbacks asking for these players. We've seen this before. Jalen has never been on record of asking for anybody, but y'all want to sit up there and hold that against him, but y'all don't want to hold that against these top 10, top 5 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So CJ Stroud's rookie season, so we shouldn't count that. Because the way that they stacked that team up made it really good for him. Like, to get all of the pieces, everything to work, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, all of the running backs, the defense, fucking what D'Amico did with that defense, getting all the players in. So we shouldn't count that. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't count.
Did or did not CJ ask for the Texans to draft Tank Dell?
Yeah. So basically, so we shouldn't count what the Texans did, because the Texans, didn't they have like the first and second pick in the draft?
Mm-hmm.
When they took CJ and Will Anderson in the same draft, right?
Yeah, and they literally took Tank Dell in that same draft in which CJ told them to take him.
So we shouldn't count that.
No, we can't.
We can't. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's absolutely ridiculous. So Cam, if you're going to have these conversations, understand that they can turn the mirror around and point it at you. That's all. Because just don't nitpick. Because if we're gonna nitpick 3 seasons, my nigga, 3, might want to shut the fuck up. That's
to defeat your point. The situation matters. Because if you were in a better situation, you would have been. Hello.
Yeah. You might have played more than 11 seasons, though. You probably don't fuck your AC joint up if the offensive line was better.
And I've done it. That shit hurts.
So there's that. Okay. College football. Oh, speaking of college football, I keep telling y'all we are the greatest, the best, per Micah B, DJ Micah B. He says it all the time. Mm-hmm. We are the best football show there is, because, again, we have more evidence of how far ahead of the curve we are. Yeah. In March of 2020, not March, May of 2024, we did this, and everybody is doing it right now. Baseball player.
Oh, Black bro. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah.
Nigga who's going back to play football.
He's going back.
What's up, bro? Like, I still got like 3.5 years of eligibility left.
I got 2 years left too, so I was thinking about it.
You feel me?
Monte Harrison. I'll get some NIL money. I'll get the old nigga NIL money. I'll endorse all the old nigga shit. The Just for Men nigga, all that. I'll do all that shit.
Wait, that's genius. Man, that's genius. Hold on, wait, because you on something, dog.
I will get all the old nigga NIL money.
Ever do go back? I need that Cialis deal.
Cialis? Shit. What's that shit they do in Blue Chew?
Yeah. Run it. Blue Chew, run it.
I got the commercial in my head right now. Be me in the dorm room talking about I can't keep up with these young bitches. And just flip a Blue Chew.
What's up, man? You feel me? I ain't gonna lie to you. Skechers?
Who'll come out with the first Skechers cleat?
That Skechers cleats, brother. Come on, dog. Come out with the Hoka's crazy colorway cleats. I'm trying to tell you, dog. If you need it, I need all the prune juice and all the tapioca pudding brand. Feel me? NIL. Okay?
And sell tech shakes? Nope. Fuck that. You know what I'm doing? Inshore, nigga. Inshore.
I'm bossed up. I got
That was a year ago.
A year ago.
Y'all just got on that shit last week.
Y'all late.
Y'all dumbly.
Y'all late.
Dumbly. But this is what we tell you. Like, if you want real shit, you want real football talk, real analysis, have a good time, join the huddle, man.
Come on, join the huddle, man. You know
Just
what I
get in
mean?
the huddle, baby.
That call's always smooth.
Yeah. So that's just a transition to get into college football. A lot of talk about this upcoming season. A lot of Arch Manning talk. A lot of people don't believe in Arch Manning. This is crazy.
I've been seeing that.
And like I said, and I get it. I totally understand why people would be hesitant about Arch. Most of it is, we haven't seen him play.
I don't care, but
Like,
bro, y'all sit up here and fucking glorify the Alex Bryce Woods, the Alex Underwoods, and all the fucking 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" fucking prototypical fucking quarterbacks with the big strong arms that we have never seen fucking play. Like literally, we see them throw a few long bombs in high school and run 75% of the highlight tape, and oh my god, he's the best fucking player in the goddamn country now. Like he's a 5-star. He's this. He's the next fucking this person. But now when it comes to this is the fucking most disrespectful part about it. When it comes to a Manning, we're sitting here questioning his abilities. When y'all sit up here and fucking deem fucking Anthony Richardson a fucking prototypical fucking once in a lifetime fucking quarterback that we've seen. When we literally seen fucking Alex Brycewood or what the fuck that fucking Michigan fucking tall fucking quarterback name is.
Bryce Underwood.
Bro, like, are y'all dead at? Why is it? I don't understand it. Like, y'all hype up the niggas who are absolutely weak, but when it comes to motherfuckers who can actually play, we're sitting up here questioning their abilities. He's a Manning. You don't fucking question a Manning. Are you niggas out of your mind?
No, you don't question the Manning though.
Like, what are you doing?
You know, and it's wild because it's like even listening to them talk about Drew Aller, he's ass. He is shit.
You talking about the Penn State quarterback?
Yes.
Bro sucks.
He's terrible. He is
so
terrible.
horrible. So horrible.
But they're telling me, well, he's going to be the number one pick. And if he's the number one quarterback taken off the board, then they need help. Then the quarterback draft is terrible.
He is worse than Will Howard, and Will Howard was ass.
Big ass. Big Nicki Minaj ass. I do have concerns about Jeremiah Smith. He came in. They said he clocked in at 6'1", 225.
How old is he?
He 19.
Oh, he's still got time to grow.
But the problem I have with that is he was 215 last year. No, my bad. He was 205 last year.
And what is he at currently again?
225.
I think if he grows 2 more inches, that's perfect.
I think it's with receivers is weird. You don't want him too big because what made him great was his explosiveness. I just don't know how explosive he's going to be at 225. But now, if he doesn't lose any of the explosiveness and he can still track balls and do the stuff that he did very well last year, then that's fine. I guess it is what it is. And maybe he can get from 6'1" to 6'2", 6'3".
That's my plan, or that's at least my hope, right? Because essentially it's just going to even out. The weight and the height is just going to even itself out. So because he's a lot bigger now, if he does grow 2 to 3 inches prior to him, getting drafted or prior to him entering his senior year, then that'll fluctuate perfectly fine and it'll even out to the point where now he is a solid 6'2", 225 explosive.
6'3", 225 now.
Oh, see, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's perfect. That's all I need. Because now I can sit up here and I can get you with a running coach. I can get you with a speed coach, and we can teach you to use your stride and use your speed that you have. We can build on that and use that stride, open up that stride to make it work for you. And so now it's gonna look like you're blazing on the field, but really you're just opening up your stride to the point where motherfuckers can't keep up with you stride for stride. And now you're automatically always open. And then on top of that, because you're bigger, stronger now, and you can take that much more force, yeah, jump balls all day.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not an Ohio State fan. This is just me talking as a football person now. So
Understandable.
I'm removing bias right now.
Understandable.
So going into let's see, into next season, is this year's rankings? Or this last year's? This got to be last year's. Yeah, this last year's. Okay. So I'm trying to see who they would have in the top 10 going into next season.
As far as projected goes, I'm not really sure.
Okay. So I'm just going to run down some of the players and what I think about whatever. Go ahead. Jeremiah Love. I like him at Notre Dame. I think he's There's another running back, Jamal Haynes at Georgia Tech. At Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's
I like
really
him.
good.
I think he's going to be really good. Caleb Downs. I don't know yet. Ohio State players are very hard to judge for me.
Caleb is a question mark for me as well, only because I like the downhill. I like the physicality. I don't know about the durability, and I don't know about the breakaway speed.
That's where I'm at with him. Ryan Williams at Clemson. Clemson. I'm thinking Crimson Tide at Alabama. I still don't think he's ready yet.
Whenever I hear Ryan Williams, I have one word that comes to mind: consistency. If I can see it all season, then I will be able to accurately rank you and accurately put you to where you need to be put. But I'm not going to put you up there because you were 17 and had a few good games at the beginning of the season. I need to see more.
I think next season is the season we see Ryan Williams. I think next season. I think he takes a step this year. I think he's still solid. But I think the superstar that everybody is projecting him to be, we won't see it till next year.
Yeah.
I think he's still growing right now.
Yeah, he's still growing. He's still developing. So once he reaches that, not even grown man body, but just young adult starting to mature body because he's starting to reach out of his adolescent teenage years, then I think that's when we're going to start to see that true athletic ability along with the strength that comes with it start to flourish.
Yep. That's like I said, this is just me. That's how I think about it. Cade Klubnik, ass.
Yeah, no. That man is so trash. He's not good.
Not good at all. But this is another guy that they have ranked. This is how bad the quarterback class is this year. They have him either the first or second quarterback.
Yep. They have him as literally the best, from what I've heard, the best quarterback in the draft and in college football as of right now.
Right. And I don't see it. Sorry.
I didn't see it last year.
I don't see it at all. He gonna have to do a lot to impress me. To be anything close to that. Like he's gonna have to go crazy.
Quick analysis. I need to see poise. I need to see accuracy. I need to see touch. I need to see spin. I need to see footwork in the pocket. I need to make sure I like. There's a lot I need to see. I need to make sure that you can take your hit, big dog. I need to make sure that you can get the ball down the field in a timely manner. I need to make sure that you can do that. You can go through your progressions fast. Come back. Go from 1 to 2 to 3. Come back to 1. Maybe go back to 3.
Yep.
These are the things that I've been seeing. We're not hating. I'm just breaking the game down on a quick manner and giving you guys a quick analysis from what I've seen as a football player watching Clyde Cupnick. I
Yep.
need you to be a lot more faster. I need you to process a lot more faster. I need you to be poised in the pocket. I need better footwork. I need a lot more touch on the ball. I need you to deliver accuracy. I need a lot more spin and zip on the ball. Like, if we're going to talk about best quarterback in the draft, best quarterback in college football, this is the things that I need to see.
Yep. Carson Beck in Miami.
Yeah, no. I don't even know how he's on the team.
He's not a good quarterback. But I think
And
Miami has
since he got there. Not to Miami, to Georgia, by the way.
Yeah, but I think Miami has enough around to make him look serviceable. But
they're for sure going to make him look good.
But we thought that Georgia had the same thing.
Oh well, I told everybody Georgia is going to be good in spite of him. And while everybody was sitting here riding his coattails, I told everybody, hey, look, the boy, he's not good. He can't win big games. He's going to crumble. He's going to fold, just like everybody's boy Quinn Ewers. Also not good. He can't win big games. He doesn't show up in big games. He crumbles. He doesn't stay poised in big games. I told everybody that about Carson Beck at Georgia. I don't care that he has a national championship that he sat on the bench and fucking won. I've been saying it. He's not poised. He doesn't stay under control. His footwork is sporadic whenever he's under pressure. He doesn't deliver good, accurate footballs down the field, especially when he's under pressure. Like, he doesn't make good decisions when he's under pressure. He doesn't make good decisions regardless. This is the things that I've been talking about. And we've seen it in big game after big game after big game after big game after big game, especially when it comes to Carson Beck. Clemson, Alabama, Miami. The list goes on. The reason why Georgia didn't win the national championship this year with him as a starting quarterback. He was a starting quarterback. He didn't show up in multiple big games that they needed him for. Just that simple. Don't be mad.
Yeah, my bad. Had to run. My damn laptop was about to die to get the goddamn.
Yeah, I feel you. I've been there.
Another shitty quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier.
Oh yeah, ass.
A lot of these dudes, they're not good. And it's going to take a lot for me to see them in a different light this season. Like, even they have the young kid from South Carolina, Lenora Sellers.
Mm-hmm.
Big, strong, but his decision making, he's young, so I'm not going to.
He's very young.
But
not going to hold it too much against him.
Yeah, but he's the quarterback in Indianapolis, Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
He's Anthony Richardson. Who else? My sleeper, I think somebody who needed a change, and I think hopefully they use him right.
Mm-hmm.
Zachariah Branch.
Oh yeah,
you know I love my Zacharias.
Yeah, love my Zacharias, man. Change the scenery. I think that it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely tough to see him go as a SC fan. But I think that with the direction and the type of player that he is, I just want to see him succeed. And I understand why a lot of players do leave Lincoln Riley's offense, especially receivers. Well, his type of receiver, I guess I should say. So I just ultimately just want to see him thrive.
I think he's too talented he was too talented to not be used at SC the way that it was just, he's too explosive.
Yeah. He does a lot, right? Like,
you know who he reminds me of? Go ahead. You about to say the same thing.
I swear you're about to say the same thing I'm about to say. Like, depending on, I guess, the year, but for me, at the year and the position that he plays, at USC, if I'm talking about specifically USC players, it reminds me of Adoree Jackson.
See, I was gonna say Tavon Austin.
See, and I was gonna go there. If we're talking about offensively, he reminds me of Tavon, but just everything that he does, the returning, the offensive set, the running the ball, like the receiving the ball, like that's exactly the type of player that Adoree was, but just to to a lesser extent. But I think if they used Zachariah Brett, if they used him in the same way, he wouldn't have left. But obviously, he's going somewhere where they can utilize him.
Yeah, I think Kirby is going to use the shit out of him. He going to be nasty in Georgia.
Oh my God, that's going to be so disgusting.
Like, and I hope he does well, because I like players like that. I like, he's very twitchy. He's got good hands. Yeah, like you can put him. He's just a playmaker. You can put him anywhere in the field. He's going to make something happen.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Let's see. What do you think of Colorado and Coach Prime post Shedeur, Shiloh, Travis?
You know what? I know a lot of people probably don't think so, but I actually think they're going to be pretty solid. I know, contrary to a lot of belief, they have a lot of returning young players. A lot of that defense is coming back. That O-line, where a lot of them are freshmen. A lot of people forget that. The 2 tackles were true freshmen, and one of the guards was a true freshman as well. So that returning a lot of that O-line back, which is key, especially when you're trying to build camaraderie and solidarity amongst the O-line and trying to get your young quarterback established. I think they're returning 2 young receivers, and then we talked about one of the guys that's supposed to be going both ways, just like Travis. I honestly think they're going to be solid. They have the marketing, they have the advertisement, they have the energy now because of what Shedeur and Shiloh and Dion and Bucky have, put on since being there. But I think now, just without the narrative that, oh, well, Dion's only doing it for his sons, or he's only coaching his sons, or he can only be successful because of his sons. I think that narrative starts to die out, and I think it starts to become weak, because I think this team honestly looks better. And what are you gonna say when the team that he recruited naturally, right? No super big NIL deals. I'm not gonna pull up with Lil Wayne and all kind of shit like that and put you in a Ferrari. I'm pulling up and talking to your parents, right? I'm not gonna sit up here and bring Bucky or Shedeur and all this other extra shit. Like, he's doing it the natural way. So what happens when that team that he's building in a more natural sense does better than the team that he was coaching with his son? That's what I'm waiting for.
And I think what happens now is Colorado can play football.
Yeah, they can just play football. They don't have to worry about the outside noise.
Right. There's no Shedeur, there's no Shiloh, Bucky's still going to do what Bucky does, but now there's no shadow. The Sanders shadow is gone. Like, you can now, if Julian Lewis goes out and does what I think he can do, or Marion Miller and those guys, that's a very good football team.
Very.
It's really, really good. I love the DBs. Like, that defense is going to be solid. The offense is going to surprise people this year. So I'm not saying they're going to go out and win the fucking Big 12 or anything like that.
Yeah, or a natty. Like, we're not saying that. But
but I think, let me see what their schedule looks like. Okay, so this next year? What's next year? That was last year. Okay, so they open up with Georgia Tech, Delaware, Houston, Wyoming, BYU, TCU, Iowa State, Utah, Arizona, West Virginia, Arizona State, Kansas State.
It's relatively easy schedule.
That's they can get. Let's see. All right. Georgia Tech is tough. I just talked about Georgia Tech's running back. I love Jamal Haynes. But I think they can beat Georgia Tech. But let's just say they lose. First game of the season, offense ain't right yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they lose that game. They're going to beat Delaware. They're going to beat Houston. They can beat Wyoming. They owe BYU. So I'm going to give them the win because they owe BYU from last year.
Yeah, no, they owe that. They for sure.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts them at 4-1 going into TCU, who they also owe an ass whooping to.
Yep.
So I'm going to give them the TCU win. I don't know what Iowa State looks like.
Always.
But it's a tough. That's always a toughie.
Yeah.
So 6-1, Utah toughie. I'm gonna have them lose to Utah, Arizona.
Always tough, yeah. That one might be a high scoring game, but it can go back either way.
That can go either way. So I'm gonna give that to Colorado too. So that's gonna be
That's to Colorado. I think they pull it out.
Yeah, West Virginia.
I give that to Colorado.
Arizona State. So I don't know anybody on Arizona State like that.
They got a young quarterback. They got another young running back who was supposed to come over after Cam. A really good young receiver. But like I said, another high scoring game. But I think I'm giving it to Colorado.
So and then you got Kansas State at the end of the season.
I'm giving that to Colorado. They lost all their athletes this year.
Right. That's 11 wins. I mean, if Colorado goes out, that puts them in the college football playoff.
It does. We got to remember they were 14 last year.
So, if they can go out and like I said, if Julian Lewis turns into the kid that everybody who was number one quarterback in the country last year or this year as of, coming out, and he does what he does, Marion Miller and the other Miller kid that plays receiver, and that defense plays lights out the way I think they can. Mm-hmm. They can get to 10 or 11 wins.
I think they can too. I think the ceiling is 11. The floor is 9 or 10.
Yeah, I don't think they lose. I don't think they lose more. I mean, they don't win less than 9 games.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And like I said, these are just building blocks because the team is young. So
very young.
If we're looking at 9 wins, let's say 9 wins again this year. The year after that, that's a 12-win team.
Yep, I was going to say that's a 12, 13-win team.
Okay. So, yeah. So, Colorado is going, of course, we're always going to be on Colorado and Prime Watch on the show. So we're going to keep a close eye on that. Still trying to get Bucky on the show. If you want to hear an answer in my DM.
Hello, big dog. We only need you for like 5-10 minutes, man.
That's 5-10 minutes, man. Talk some shit real quick. Just want to get some love. And then also, I guess some of the scuttlebutt coming out about Shedeur. Mm-hmm. And I guess what people are saying, the real reason behind him not getting drafted high because of what is in his contract is called the prime equity clause. Mm-hmm. What his father has came up with in a sense of, because the Sanders name is a brand now.
It is. It always has been, though.
Always has been. But that's why, I guess they sold something like $200 million worth of jersey sales, and Shedeur got paid directly from that. Like he got something like $14 million from that based on this clause in his contract. And just think about this. Just think if Shedeur would have went number 1. How much more money off of jersey sales he would have made. Or if he went to a team like the New York Giants in the market that he is in.
Or like, I don't know, Las Vegas Raiders.
Or the Vegas Raiders. Or the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Or the Steelers.
So you kind of get to feel like, it's kind of suspect. Kind of suspect.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Poquito. But a lot of He's looking good, as continuing to look good in practice and do his thing. I've had conversations with several people about this. I don't want Shador to win the starting job.
Not until week 6.
I don't, because their schedule, their first 6 to 7 games, brutal.
Like I said,
Brutal.
not until I don't want to see Shador until week 6 or 7, bro. And when I say week 6, I mean like third, fourth quarter, week 6, him going out, scoring a few garbage time touchdowns, everybody getting excited, and then him taking over gradually after that. But week 6, week 7, that's what I promise you, we're probably going to end up seeing it.
Yeah, because if he goes out there week 1, he'll be benched by week 4, and his name will be mud throughout the NFL.
Yep. And then they're going to try to push the Dylan Gabriel experiment. That's not going to work. He's going to be too small. And then they're going to try to push the Kenny Pickett experiment. That's not going to work. Then they're going to try to go back to the veteran thing. Joe Flacco's inevitably going to get hurt. Then he's going to retire. And then they're going to sit up there and be juggling because they're not going to know which quarterback that they're going to want to fucking go with. And then they're going to ultimately go back to Shador because they understand that he's the better talent of them all and to really start to develop him.
I don't think. See, this is what I think. They got 3 or 4 first-round picks next year. They have to make one of these quarterbacks work this season because there is no quarterback in next year's draft. I don't care what nobody says. So Shador has to work this year and be halfway decent so that when they go into the draft next year, they can get all the skill positions.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know yet what the outcome is going to be on Quinyon Junkins, if he's going to be in the league or not because of his situation. So you may need another running back, but you're definitely going to have to go into that draft to get a left tackle, get some wide receiver, get some weapons on the outside, and just shore up, some little holes on that defense.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think middle linebacker because we don't really know how what's his name is going to come back. I know he's dealing with a really bad injury right now. It might be career ending, so we don't really know how he's going to come back. Then I would say probably solidify the safety position as well because also you dealt with a lot of injuries as well at that position, so you might want to solidify that as well. Obviously, the corners are solid, and your D line is solid, but I think you can still go out for some solid DB help. For some solid DB help, some solid linebacker.
Yep. So we're going to keep, we'll keep tabs on that. We have our first taste of football next Thursday.
Yes, sir. Football is back, man. I hope you guys are excited.
Football is officially here. And I'm working on some movies. Don't even know what I'm working on. That's how secret what I'm doing. He not even going to see it until I drop the motherfucker. That's how crazy it's going.
That's how insane it is. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I know that's how fucking crazy it is. And that's how
it's going to be nuts. Season 3 is in effect. We are here. This is it. We are moving. We are making moves. This is what we do. Every season, we're trying to take it to another level. We're trying to make it better than the last. So keep rocking with us. Keep rolling with us. It's only, like I said, it's only going to get better from here. Once football season starts, you know how we do. It's turn up.
Rocking and rolling.
All rocking and rolling. I do have some stuff. I have the girls. They were doing the cleats and
the in cleats, out of cleats. Yeah, we're gonna run y'all that trend.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We are the only football show that highlights women's professional football. So
we're the only football show that highlights women's professional sports.
Professional sports, that part. So the in and out of cleats, we're going to do that the same way we did the basket. Everybody we did it first.
Y'all took our sauce, so that means it's okay. Moo has already came up with an updated list, so we'll just have to drop y'all a new list because there's a few names that y'all are missing. When y'all claim to be true eyes and watchers of the WNBA, you're not true eyes and watchers of the WNBA because there's a lot of there's a lot of talent y'all missing. So obviously, I got to come through with my list because that's where y'all got it from in the first place to let y'all know what's up.
Exactly. Yes, we're gonna get some of the girls from the DC Divas. We're gonna get some of the girls like from around the Women's Football League, from the WFA to WNFC. We're gonna get a bunch of them to come, especially our, the Nashville girls,
our Nashville sisters.
Yep. Derby City definitely coming through again. We're going to be. This is women's sports is our thing. We love it.
We love it. We rock.
No one else talks it the way that we do. The Women's Professional Baseball League is starting up this year. Monet Davis is going to be playing.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Monet.
So we're going to do a lot of different things with the channel, and just we're going in spaces that no one else goes.
We touch avenues and turn down streets that you motherfuckers is scared to even look down.
Yep. And we're just gonna have fun with it, and we're gonna bring the guests in. We're gonna get as many people here as we can. So,
and we're gonna turn up, and we're gonna keep rocking. So make sure y'all keep liking and keep commenting because we're gonna keep bringing all this dope ass content. You see how I beat nail to the punch and who you have to say final thoughts because that's how we do.
That's how we do. So we appreciate everybody for coming through. It's been a Football Friday. We will be back Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Thursday.
We will be back Thursday with something completely new.
Completely new.
It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be something completely new, completely beautiful. We are transforming, rearranging Player versus Team as you know it.
Yeah.
So
and we will get the first taste of it on Thursday. And like I said, we got football next Thursday too. So
yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful Thursday.
Beautiful Thursday. So we're gonna holler at y'all. Peace.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the